Project here. Woo! It's been a good one today. Busier than all get out. And I'm excited. I'm super excited. We have a couple new tools we're going to review here on the channel exclusively for Olsa Tools. And I'm pumped to be able to have this opportunity to do this. I have turned away a few people from doing tool reviews from them, just for the simple fact is that obviously there's some, riffraff in there. But I think Olsa is a different company. They have some great customer service from what I can tell. And Olsa is Norwegian. For me, I'm Norwegian. So the meaning of Olsa in Norwegian is gifted with love and kindness. So that to me means that this is, it kind of lines up with me to be a little bit better person, and I like that. I actually found that, I told that to the customer service when they were talking to me, and they giggled, and that was pretty cool. So, Olsa's the cat, there's Olsa in Norway, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, Olsa's, it seemed like it was meant to be, anyways. So, they sent me a couple tools, and I thought, I'm down, I'm game, let's check them out and see what you got. Sorry, I'm a little dirty. Been a busy day. Had to run across town, do some mobile diagnostics. Came back here, had a customer who needed some brakes done. It's just been, I've been getting ping-ponged all over the place. That's what I mainly do now is try to go help people that need something done, other parts of the town where they can't get out. And we had that cold snap, so diagnostics, like I said, is kind of my thing. And that's definitely what I was doing. So whether it's in the shop doing it or outside running around. So nonetheless, we're going to stop babbling on about my day, and we're going to talk about the tools. And we've got ourselves here a sweet little extendable pry bar. This is from 16 to 24 inches. And what I can tell you right now off the hilt, the first thing I dig about this is this right here. The fact that I can take this breaker bar and turn it down to 16 inches for saving space in the toolbox. I don't have to put it in a slot. I think this thing will be super handy for breaker bar. I think this is the next evolution of a breaker bar right here. And this thing feels absolutely stout. This thing is not no rickety piece of crap. This isn't your cheap old breaker bar. This is a well-built breaker bar, and I think this will do any job you need it to do. Am I gonna get down on it and break it? Probably not. That's not my thing. Not a fan of that. I really would rather just try the tool out and use it everyday use, and find its faults like that. Now, am I saying that this tool is the messiah of breaker bars? No. This is me reviewing the tool and telling you what my opinions are and what I think of it. And I tell you what, right now, with the knurling on this stuff is out of sight. Let me give you a little history about some knurling and what they do. So back in the day, this stuff was all hand done when it first started. And, you got to have jigs and stuff for this to do this. And so to get good knurling is definitely an art. It really is. That's why they stopped doing it, really, because it's too expensive. It takes time, it's consuming, and there's a lot of flaws that can happen in it. Even with machine work, putting it in jigs. I do front strap checkering on firearms, and I can tell you right now, to do it with a jig, it happens. Usually they're never ones that are the same. So that's knurling. Good knurling is, if it's underappreciated, is what I'm saying is, and this is absolutely phenomenal knurling on this. I'm looking forward to trying this out. It's got it's got some nice O-rings in the head there, so it looks like it'll keep sealed up and keep from breaking. Lifetime warranty, like $35. Remember, they gave me a code too. We'll put that down in the description. CPT10. Remember that. That'll give you 10% off on it. I think this thing runs around $35 on their website. Olsa's got a great website. Check it out. Check out some of their stuff on there. See what you think. I definitely am going to get some of their organization stuff. Obviously, getting the new cart, new toolbox. We're going to need some organization stuff. I definitely want to try out some of the wrenches. Looks like they have some. They have a lot of cool stuff. And it's reasonably priced for you guys that are not wanting to break the bank. So remember that part number, PT 1211 for the breaker bar. Check it out. CPT 10 will get you 10% off. I'm not trying to sell it as a, this isn't an end-all be-all. Like I said, this is just my first impressions and what I think of it, but it seems like a pretty decent breaker bar for the money. I don't think you can go wrong. I really don't. You can spend a lot more money else places doing that. So anyways, probably spend more money on lunch. The next thing they sent me was a, sorry about that. Uh-oh, got a little zip tie in there. Next thing they sent me was an 1152. And this is a adjustable wrench, but it's not just any ordinary adjustable wrench. This is a ratcheting adjustable wrench, and I actually think this is going to be fantastic for doing tie rod ends on cars. I don't know what else I would use this for, but right away when I got this thing and I kind of was messing around, I noticed that I was like, well, you know what? I can tell you the one place that I really, really would dig this thing, and that's in doing tie rod ends. It seems like it bites super well. I can tell you that right now. It's got a super tight grip. It actually, with the spring, I mean, look at that. That's holding a lug nut in there with the spring in there, and I don't have to adjust it. That was what really kind of blew me away about this. And remember, you guys can't try to ratchet it like this. If you're going to try to, that's not going to work. This is how it works. You go down, and then you come up. And that's how it does. And this little mechanism that's in here, see this spring, it comes down, and then the head flexes. Pretty cool design. I'm really interested in looking at how to do that, how to use that on tie rod ends. I think this thing will be a great tool for that and probably make a lot of guys that do front end services life a little bit easier, a little bit quicker. If this thing holds up, I'm actually going to keep this right in my pocket of my bibs. That's right in my bibs. And I'm going to keep this thing with me for a couple months. We're going to revisit this and see how this thing holds up because I'm interested in just using this on everyday stuff. I think this is going to become my daily carry piece, my EDC, if you will. This should be a pretty awesome tool. If this everything goes as well as this, I think it should. This should be a pretty awesome tool. It's definitely got some potential. Got a little lockup on here too, so that way if you don't want to ratchet it, and you do want to go back and forth without ratcheting like that, that is definitely an option you have by locking it up. Feels well built. Once again, it just doesn't feel cheap at all, which is a good thing for Olsa that I find will be awesome. Next thing, last and final thing about this, and I'll stop rambling on about my Crescent wrenches, is it is marked on both sides for your metric and standard. So that's kind of cool. Plumbers, stuff like that. I can think of a million things at home I would use this thing for. I can think of just, that's why I want to carry this thing. I think this thing is like the perfect EDC piece, to be honest with you. You're getting in the house and you need, oh man, I forgot that wrench. Put this in your pocket. You're going to use it. I don't know how well on high torque applications this is going to work, but, I can think of just the plumbing stuff, things around the house, all that stuff. This thing would absolutely be fantastic. Then I don't have to. And this isn't like what I used to deal with the old speed wrenches. And if you guys watch my gimmicky tool deal, you know what I'm talking about. When I talk about some things were gimmicky, this is a useful tool. It's not as gimmicky. So anyways, nice satin finish on it. Olsa Tools is, the company themselves is what I really appreciate the most. I really want, the organizers is what I'm really interested in doing some stuff on with that. I got to get a new toolbox, new tool cart. So looking forward to doing hopefully some more stuff with Olsa Tools, and we can do some toolbox storage solution stuff. The wrenches look cool. We'll have to see. I got a lot of wrenches. I don't like doing a lot of stuff that I already have. I like doing new stuff. So, but Olsa Tools is definitely a player in the game now. New company with a lot of pizzazz, a lot of they got a lot of spunk on them, and I like that. And great people on top of that. So remember, I'm going to put a link in the description for both of these. CPT10 is the discount code. If those things interest you and you want to check them out, I would recommend go over to Olsa. Maybe you want something else. Check out Olsa Tools. They do free shipping on orders over to $50. Great website. Everything that I've looked at on them, I really just dig their vibe. And that's kind of how I am. I feel the vibe. I go off the vibe. So, anyways, guys, remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Ring the bell. Ring that bell. So you can get notifications to hear when I got more silly or goofy tool hauls or tool reviews you can listen to. Remember, thumbs up if you like me, thumbs down if you don't. Don't be afraid to comment in the comment box. Appreciate you watching. Have a good one.